What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to SpinTires MudRunner, where we are going to be attempting to have a sled pulling battle between this 05 Powerstroke and this LBZ Duramax. Now, with that being said, we have these two trucks over here, and then right over there under that, well, it's not even really a ceiling anymore, is it? It's kind of in pieces, but we have a pulling sled. Now, with that being said, obviously, it would be ideal to have a person in the pulling sled to operate it, but since we don't currently have one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making multiple runs with the plow at different heights. We're going to be making one run with the plow just as normal, then we're going to be making one with it like halfway down, and then we're going to be making one with it like all the way down. So we're going to be starting in the Powerstroke, and then we're going to be moving over to the Duramax. So with that being said, while the Powerstroke is our first truck, we're not going to set off in it just yet because we need to actually grab the sled and then drive it over there because it is actually Cummins powered, which is really, really cool. But we're going to drive this thing over there and get it hitched up to the Powerstroke. So this will be very, very interesting because I've never really messed with this thing before, minus like mildly trying it out to see what would happen. So with that being said, let's get it nice and close. Oh, that's a little too close. Right. Oh, my God. That's close enough. Okay, that's close enough. Now, we're going to go ahead and swap over to the Powerstroke, get it started up, and winch to probably like somewhere right about the middle, and then switch that from drive to pull and make our first run. Now, as you can see, with the plow up, we have absolutely no problems, and it roars down the course. It absolutely just roars down the course with no issues whatsoever. However, we're going to do two more attempts, and those attempts will include, A, the plow being right, like, on top of the ground, like, skimming the ground, and B, we'll do a pull with the plow, like, just digging into the ground like crazy. So switch it to drive, and let's back up. Sometimes they do what you want, sometimes they... Oh my God, it is not going to do what I want it to do. Okay, never mind. Alright, I'm going to pull this thing. Wow, it is not... You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I don't know if y'all know what I'm going to do, but I know what I'm going to do. Alright, we're going to recall the pull sled all the way back to the beginning. And I got to admit that that's one of the nice things about having one of the trucks parked down here, is that you effectively have a truck that's just waiting there for you that you could use as a recall point. So with that strategy being explained, as you can see, the plow can go way into the ground, and I'm going to set it right about there for the second pull. So we're going to go ahead and grab the F350 and go ahead and back it up. God, it's... Wow, it did a, like, four-wheel drive burnout in reverse. And I've immediately decided that going backwards is not what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to turn it all the way around and just drive it back. Or I could have recalled it back, but we're already here. No worries about that. We're literally already here. So, this next round is going to be quite interesting indeed, because I have no idea how we're going to fare. We could fare well, we could fare really badly. Switch to pull, and let's go! Oh, you could definitely feel, like, you definitely can tell it's trying a little bit harder. Oh, come on! Yeah, it's having to try a little bit harder for sure. It's definitely clawing at the ground. And that plow is just barely skimming the surface. We're getting there, though. It's still moving. It is definitely still moving. Most likely still going to be a successful attempt. And... oh, the end is in sight. Come on. Come on, F350. Come on. You're almost there. Almost there. It's really rutting up the course, though. I let off a little bit and got back into it to see if I could kind of stop it from rutting up the course that bad. And it sort of helped, but not as much as I kind of wanted it to. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and recall the sled as well as the F-350 and make run number 3. So, with that being said, this is going to be a run, or an attempted run anyway, with that plow down. And when I say down, I mean down. Like, I'll show you exactly what I mean. Down, 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 down. That, like, literally, it's almost entirely supported. Well, it is actually right there. It is completely supported by the plow. So, who knows what's going to happen when we start trying to move it, but... Oh, wait. It's got drive. Okay, I was like, what the heck? You're not supposed to be doing that. You've got drive, and you're not supposed to have drive. You know what? That's way too easy. That's way too easy. So you know what we're going to do? All the way. All the way. All the way. Probably lost our winch. Yeah, we did, but that's fine. All right, and switch to pull. Let's go! Oh, and high, I can barely do it. Oh, I can barely do it, but it's getting there. I mean, it is tearing the course to shreds, but it is moving it. And the sled is maxed out. I mean, I can't get any more angle out of the sled than that. It is fully 100% maxed out. Hey, she's still moving it, though. She is still moving it. Almost there. Almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Oh, I'm actually kind of curious now if it's gonna, like, fully make it. Because it might. It might. You never know. I mean, it is digging like crazy, but... Come on. I was like, flash these lights out of celebration because I am literally almost to the end. And that's on fully maxed out. Actually surprised with this little thing. It actually did really, really well. And there we are. God, I bet that truck would be happy to get a break right about now. But we are heading back into the Silverado and recalling the pull sled as well as the F-350. So we have basically a place to recall everything else to. Now, the F-350 is going to be our recall point, so we're going to go ahead and shut that down. Now we're going to go over to the pull sled, and we're going to position it behind the Silverado. Now, thing is going to be very interesting to see because that Silverado is quite different from the Powerstroke. Now, obviously, the Powerstroke is by Banks and, you know, completely different tuning and everything from, oh God, from Frog's Duramax. So get it positioned right about where we want it. There we go. And so we'll do a run in basically like normal setting, well, not even normal setting, but like without the plow on the ground to see how this thing pulls. And then after that, we'll put it kind of right at about like skimming the surface. And then after that, we're going to run a full angle all the way down. Switch to pull. Let's go. Well, I think I might want to go to one a little bit lower down than the top, but we'll remember that as a detail for the next round. It's pulling it pretty easily. I mean, it needs more weight on the rear end. As you can see, the truck's got some really weird, like, bouncing motions going on. I'm leaving it at, like, half throttle. This isn't full throttle. This is, like, at half throttle. Just to try to, like, basically not have it tear up the course. Because as you can see, the Ford left us some pretty good ruts. Alright, so we're actually going to go ahead and swap over to the... No, we're not. We're going to swap to the F-350, recall the pull sled, and recall the Silverado. So now that the Silverado's recalled, we're going to need to get this thing back into position, which I would normally, like... I would normally not worry too much about, but, I mean... This thing, I think, because of what we saw there in the first run, if we want this thing to even be remotely successful at all, we're gonna have to be careful about how we set up the winch. So I think we're probably gonna go the third one down. I want to say the third one down is probably where we're gonna where we're going to be best to position ourselves. Really what we need to think about right now is just positioning the freaking, pull sled itself. Alright. It's just about right. And swap over to the Silverado. Oh my god. Alright, I was going to say, please. Swap to the Silverado, please. That's like perfect. That's like perfect. Alright, switch to pull. And, oh crap, I'm going to have to do, yeah, I still had advanced mode stuff to do. Plow is going down to right at ground level. So, like, right at skimming the ground. Swapping back into the Silverado. And I'm going to do this again very carefully. Go to that perfectly even one. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was not happy about that. Holy crap. All right, I'm going to get out of the hole pretty, like, carefully this time. Even in low 3, it's starting to, like... Oh, it's going to stall out. Come on. Now, if I feather the throttle in high, it'll keep itself from digging in, but not by much. Oh, my God. Not by much. Oh, dude. Come on. You're going to make it. It's going to be a slow go, but you're going to make it. Come on, Duramax. Come on. Because like I said, as you can see right there at the back, it is just barely scraping the top of the ground. Holy crap, guys. I mean, it is really working it, though. Look at that thing. It's really working it. And funny enough, I mean, this thing running in low 3 is not quite as fast as the Powerstroke running it in high, but it's actually pretty close. I feel like this thing has a higher wheel speed in high that the Powerstroke does. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like it does. And that could be what's hurting this thing, like when you try to run it in high. But nonetheless, it still made it. It didn't get stuck. It didn't get bogged down. It didn't have to stop pulling. So we're gonna go ahead and bring everything back to the beginning now, including the we'll bring the Silverado back first this time. Get it back in position, and then bring the pull sled. I have no idea what sort of glitchy mess is going on over there either. All right, now let's bring the pull sled back. Ease it around, and there we go. And this, well, this is going to be that determining run, isn't it? Plow's going all the way down. All the way down, boys. This is going to be a run, that's for sure. Thinking about going to that bottom rung, and that, I don't know if that's going to help me or hurt me. I'm hoping that it doesn't hurt me, but switch to pull, and 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God, I tried to start off in high, and it was not having any of it. Hey, it's still moving, though. When I move it into low 3, I mean, it pulls it. Not sure if it pulls it quite as readily, though, as the F350. I have a feeling that, yeah, and then especially when I put it in high, I mean, it still has some forward motion. But, I mean, look at... Oh, no, it almost stopped. Oh, my God, it almost stopped. That is nuts. It can barely go further. Can barely go further. Low it will, but, again, it just seems like it's a much slower go. And also, the Powerstroke did it all 3 times in high. I never once had to go into low. This one, I have to go into low. And I'm not saying that's like the truck's fault per se, but I'm just saying it's a characteristic of the way the truck's tuned. It's not a bad thing, it's just the way the truck is. But we're almost to the end of this strip now, and I think my personal favorite in terms of performance was, like, in terms of performance in this test, was the Powerstroke, but if I had to pick my favorite truck out of the two, it would be the Duramax. So, I mean, I feel like on the aspect of performance, the Powerstroke kind of won. But which truck would I drive home with? The Duramax. So, I mean, and also there isn't a Cummins here right now except for the Cummins that's in the pull sled. So, either way, these things both did a awesome job. I really enjoyed doing this. And if you guys would like to see a sled pulling competition between any other two trucks, I am totally down to do that. And this is definitely something that I want to bring into my multiplayer videos as well. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave it a like. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. We have 2 videos every single day, as well as live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I will see y'all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.